Okay, let's get this stream started by booting up Skyrim. I've forgotten where it is. There it is. That was fun. I turned Family Machine on, which, you know, normally it's just to wait. You just wait for it to get to the login screen, then you pick the account, and then you log into it. If only that was the case. It didn't. I tried to log into my account on it. I maintain it mainly so I have a way to fix whatever problem my mother puts on it, because she's the most computer inept person in my family. My father's not great. I mean, he's good. You know, give him DOS, and I'm sure he'll be good. But anything newer than DOS, and he ain't gonna be good. But he's alright. He doesn't download viruses. My mother tends to download viruses and generally just destroy the poor thing. But my account, for some reason, was locked out. It just couldn't find it. So then I had to sit through system restore, which takes about half an hour on such a slow machine. Which is funny considering just how little data it has on it. But it eventually got there and it's done. And then I had Then I had to go have lunch because I really do not want to be here till about 2 o'clock without food, because I'm a pig. I mean that in both I am pig in both how I eat a lot and how I'm a pig in Chinese year. Yeah, I'm actually a year of pig, son. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Wrong button. I know it's not really related to Skyrim, but none of this stream has been so far. Solitude. Good. Both solitude. But I finally went through the effort of migrating, just refreshing my chat at viewer. It's decided to hang. It does this. If it hangs, it's not the stream, just refresh the page. It does that. Everything seems less bright all of a sudden. But I finally took the plunge and I went into the Creation Club updates. The reason I'd been holding off on it was there was no mod that I really wanted. I mean, transfer settlements, but I could live without the updates to that because it was at a point where I was happy with it. But you know, it works. But Player Voice's frequency slider finally got to be stable, and I decided might as well finally get around to it. You know, so I spent a lot of yesterday just getting that done. Updating mods that require ISKC, backing up the EXE because you have to, because whenever they add new crap to the Creation Club, it completely fucks up. Because for some reason they feel the need to change the version number, which is just unnecessary.
Where do you want to go?
But I finally went through with it. I also caved and used a bit of Steam money I had lying around. Turns out I had a Steam money card in my wallet. And it is a wallet. Yes, I'm a woman, so it should be a purse, but purse is the incorrect term, because if it contains payment cards, or in my case, a loyalty card, driving license, and pretty much everything except credit cards, because I don't have any credit cards. I have a debit card and that's it. I don't believe in credit. Never have. Never will. But if it contains cards, you know, payment cards, it is not a purse, it is a wallet. I don't care what people say. That is the correct terminology. You know, my mother insists that her wallet is called a purse, and it isn't, because it contains the cards. It's only got like a small pouch for the money. A purse is something that only contains coins and possibly notes. I don't know if it classifies as much, and I don't know why I'm going that way. Oh, fuck it, I'll go this way. But I don't know what it is, but Skyrim's looking a lot less bright. It's a good thing. But, you know, anyway, barring the tedious debate on purse or wallet, this is a wallet if it contains cards, it's a purse if it just contains money. But anyway, I found a Steam card and I decided to buy a few of the Creation Club things I sort of wanted. The Slocum's Joe pack, turns out that was on sale, so I actually had more credits than it was worth, so I decided to buy the weapon and armor skins. But the faction ones, not the hot rod ones. I don't like the hot rod paints, I think they look awful. But, you know, I got the faction ones, and I got mods that make them work. I've updated the mod list, so that's all fine. Got the MCM, got the Flavor Voice Frequency Slider, got the Gauss rifle, because I've been looking at that. That was the only launch Creation Club item I really kind of wanted.
You need something.
Oh, I'm going a Robin. Because this is the only... Oh no. Oh no. Alchemy. Oh, my hair is... Oh. Sorry, I'm just redoing my hair.
Got something for just about everybody in here.
No, you don't. The only things you have for me is ingredients, and you will take my potions. I'm just doing hair. There was a loose hair that got on my face because it was washed. I wash it, and it gets all frizzy, and it's a pain in the arse. My hair is naturally wavy. It's not. It doesn't like being straight. It's really annoying. I guess it's my hair, but that's about right. It's the naturally wavy and quite. And when it's been washed, it's extremely frizzy.
It's good to see you.
I think I get it from my mother.
Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
Because her hair naturally curls very tightly. Ingredients. I wonder if any of these is a secret ingredient. I love how I just buy ingredients without even looking or remotely thinking about what they are. At least she sells me everything she has. Ah. I have so many potions, it's not funny. A Potween? Wonder where I picked that one up. My Sewer's a Solitude mod, which I may eventually port to the Nexus. That introduces Potweens across Skyrim. If you're wondering where the Potween came from, it sort of came from Final Fantasy VII, where it was like a dud healing item. Oh my. No, I haven't run out of shit to sell to her. I've got more... Actually, the boons are more expensive. Maybe I should make a horse out of them. And then have it... No, wait, no. The last time someone made a vehicle out of bones, it kind of... There was maggots, and it was absolutely disgusting, so let's not. I think I have enough ingredients for some alchemy. We'll get the alchemy done early. I knew I said I'd hold up till I got some ingredients, but I have ingredients. Like delicious troll fat. Disgusting nern root. Fun factoid. In Oblivion, Nernroot was completely useless as an alchemy ingredient. Apart from one Shivering Isles item, it couldn't be used with anything except itself. At least without Max Alchemy, where you could combine anything with anything and make the most ridiculous shit ever. But let's face it, maxed out skills in Oblivion was hilarious because okay, acrobatics wasn't as broken as Morrowind, where you could just jump over cities, but you could get close. And Oblivion, the crafting magic was ridiculous. I'd never done it, but I've seen what it does. I've seen its effects, and it's just ridiculous. And yes, Skyblivion will have it. They have a working prototype already, because their script guy is amazing. I think it's Greavesy, but I'm not 100% sure. Whoever it is, they're amazing. because it's ridiculous. It allows for such a broken spell. It's amazing. Alchemy was the same. I mean, you could not only were ingredients hilariously common. I mean, like anything down to bread and carrots was apparently a potion ingredient, which I found hilarious because you could stick a tomato and a carrot together and amazingly make a potion of restore stamina. It's called a fruit and veg juice. It's not a potion. It's food, and you use it as potions. But you know, but the max level, I think you could combine anything with anything, and it just got ridiculous what you could do. Did I accidentally use my Daedra hearts? I'm just checking. No, I haven't. They're so red, I like to keep them for when I need them for something. Manufacturing is so boring. There's nothing more than boring than manufacturing. I just can't believe I actually ran out of Poe points to sell. I didn't think that would ever happen. Ooh. Don't normally discover stuff from pearls. Pearls are kind of a rare one. I didn't get rid of my don't know, lichen or lichen. Ooh. There we go.
In that case, I'm pretty sure it tried to buy me a drink last night.
Well, that's all the alchemy done for a while. Let's go. Oh yeah, I went in there to steal some shit. Or write something in a book to cover up someone stealing some shit. Because, seriously though, the numbers jobs are the easiest. Why am I going to the basement, you wonder? Also, if you're wondering what the whirring is, it's the fan, and I can't live without it, it's too hot. I've had a mini heat wave and it's horrible. I am not a woman who gets along well in heat. The question is, how do I... It's not... I'm not too impressed with this sewer. I mean, the only thing I can say is, it is actual size. That's the one thing I actually am happy about with this sewer, is it is actual sized. Ledger? Not where I've actually got to go? It is an actual size sewer. It, you know, it perfectly goes underneath. The doors don't quite line up, but they're within a few foot of each other typically. Wrong button, got used to Fallout. Jala's house. That isn't Fletcher. Hello, Sleepy Khajiit. Now. Oh, main hub. I don't remember where Jala's house is. One thing that I really do not like about this sewer is the lighting is pretty ass. And it's not very cluttered either. It was a mod I actually made for my sister. She sort of wanted it, so I made it for her. And as a result, it's not the best mod that I could have done. Yeah. You can get it on a Steam Workshop at the moment. I might do some updates for the Nexus, so like update the lighting maybe. I have gotten better at lighting, or at least lighting in Fallout 4 looks a lot better than lighting in Skyrim. It could just be Skyrim's lighting isn't as good. Ah, no, this is obviously a Shrine of Mara. So don't go that way. Yeah, and it's actually, you can swim in a sewer water because, why not? Who knew? A rat! Who knew? The rat still lives! It lives! Nope. This isn't the way I came in, was it? No, there's no... I don't think this was the way I came in. No, I don't think it is. It's not the best mod, I'll give it that. It's not... I've done better. It was yeah, it was in the days when I still used Steam Workshop, so... No, it can't be that good, but I actually did make it for my sister. Tutorial Vichis. There are two hidden things in this dungeon. No, there is a vampire den hidden somewhere, and there is a house by manor. Note that says requires key. Ah, Jealous House. I think the reason my sister requested this mod is she sort of remembered Oblivion's Imperial City, where you could sneak under where you basically could go through the sewers to get to your house. You know, because that was one of the really nice things about the Imperial City, was it did have a sewer that you could sneak through. Ratway is just a dungeon with it. It's not really a sewer. Actually, let's see if I can't find that vampire den. Also, I tried to put the sewer entrances in place where I wouldn't have to mess with the nav mesh, and B, well, where they were subtle. And they're all locked with the appropriate key for the house as well, if I remember correctly. The only problem is navigating this place. Bums! Oh no! Oh, at least you weren't Oblivion grade, where if you bumped into me you still wouldn't notice me. And yes, you think there's about 3 different low lives, right? There's a few different variations. I didn't know how to do the randomized NPC faces, so I sort of made a couple of them. And they're all pre-placed, they're not like generic leveled listed. So when there's a low life, it is a pre-placed one. I think the vampires are leveled list though. How are they? Moonstone, Skooma, Bodoin. And they do sleep on the beds as well. They're made to do that. You know, it works. It could be better. Arts College. Actually, there's 3 locations. There's the Vampire Nest. Because it's sort of hinted at that there are vampires under Solitude. There's a player house, just a basic one. And there's also a little vendor which sells Potoines. That's if I can ever find my way out. Ah, Vampire Nest. And most oblivious skeever ever. Yeah, you do. Oh no! His friend saw me. Come back! Come back! Now you die. As much as I want to devour a tasty lowlife, I can't. And no, whoever lights these torches must be some weirdo, but let's face it, the magically burning torches are everywhere in Skyrim. I say, the lighting is definitely one thing that is sucky in here. Lack of clutter is another one. You know, it could be a lot better. Oh great, they've both been razzed. Oh dear, that Thrall did not want to attack. Oh dear. They're spamming magic. Oh, it's you who was lightning bolting me. Oh great, you want to come into melee range? Well... Oh no, your magic is too spammy. I must drink one of my millions of Potoins. I have way too many of them. Come round the corner, little mate. Cowardly little mage vampire. Let's actually use a few of my poisons. And I went through all that and I missed. Of course it resisted Ravage Magicka. Of course it did. Where did it go? I'm a little concerned about the spamming of magic. Let's use my extreme healing, that'll do. Let's take everything off you just in case they decide to revive. Oh yeah, I needed that for Kesh, didn't I? I don't know why that one has a random ingot, I really don't. They're all leveled vampires and they're all quite tough leveled vampires, so they're... Again, my inability to clutter. There needs to be something other than the ingredients on this shelf, really. Like a book or two, like... I'm sure there's an immortal blood somewhere in here. I can't have forgotten a vampire trope of Skyrim of putting immortal blood in every dungeon. Because let's face it, every single place that has vampires in Skyrim has a copy of immortal blood somewhere. And yet... Oh. I haven't read this journal in a long since I wrote it, I think. And he's clearly been in here for a long, long time. Where his foot's... I think his foot's in the wall, I'm not sure. Yeah. No copy of Immortal Blood, I forgot the vampire trope of Skyrim. Yeah, that's something I'll do when I port it to Nexus or something. Clean it up, gives a bit more visual appeal, because it's clearly not that appealing looking at it, is it? My eye is not that overly aesthetic. It's... Is this just a dead end or house access? Common sense dictates I use a map, actually. I There it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, so I take a straight and then left. Okay, that's the cistern. So it's the third one on the left, apparently. 1, 2. There! Can that be? Lower down. No! Rats! More rats! No mud crabs though. Didn't see a mud crab the other day. Everyone knows the old meme. Okay, this is a dead end. I went too far. Although, credit where it's due, I did actually manage to make a local map that actually works. You know, you can actually sort of navigate by it. The first one, try the second one. Sure, it's down. In the market? That's not where I wanted to go. Wait, staircase. Perfect, I found it. Gonna sell some po-coins. Can't remember how many money I gave him, but the whole place is basically a skoomer and po-coin thing. With a living quarter. I can't remember where the Thieves' Den place is. I have the skeleton key. Why am I not breaking in? Let's read that. I'll leave him his dwarven helmet though. Now, I probably never bothered spell checking that. I think, in fact, I think it's safe to say I did never bother spell checking that.
Something. Take a look.
And he only sells po-coins and scuba. Only. Also, you do not want to drink that. You just don't. Because notice it says restore point of health, question mark. It doesn't restore 25 points of health. It hurts you by 25. It restores you. You know, it hurts you by the amount it says. So that actually ends up killing you instant. I think it kills you anyway. Or it might just do extreme damage, I can't remember. And I'm not stupid enough to try and drink it. Meanwhile, Skooma is, well, Skooma. Here, buy my alchemy crap. Poisons are just useless. Now, if you can actually loot this guy, he's got a lot of booty. And as everyone knows, booty isn't the eye of the beholder. But that amount of skooma is going to fetch a fortune on a drugs market. And I just got to find a ladder. Oh no! Rats! That'll do. Use the skeleton key. Such a much better boon than the boon you get for actually returning it. The skeleton key actually works. Oh, it also is follower friendly. It does have a full nav mesh. If there's one thing I could do back then, it was nav mesh. It isn't optimized, and it definitely isn't like fully done, but it's fully, you know, you can play in it. It's not, no, NPCs won't take cover in it, but they'll use it. You have ingredients? I buy ingredients. I don't care what they are or what price they are. You could rip me off something royal, and I wouldn't care. Points. Take all my poisons. Fortify barter, fortify block, fortify, 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 fortify. Invisibility. Regeneration. Good.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I will harvest your guard. Yeah. Oh no, I can take the 10 card. And a Hawker Tusk. She must be. I must own a shop or friends with her. One of the two. That's the only reason that you've got to be friends with an NPC to take their shit. Question is, do I own a shoppy? Yes, I own a shop. That explains it.
If you need potions, head over to Angeline's Aromatic.
Let's make the bitchy elves like me. Real estate's a really good way of making people like you or hate you. I mean, if you have it set on high, they dislike you. Normal, they're indifferent to you. Low, they like you. High, they dislike you, and very high, they attack you on sight. Hate you, like actually attack you on sight. They hate you that much. No.
The Emperor, the Tamriel, dead. The dark times, my friend.
The emperors get assassinated all the time. Sometimes when they're useless royal guard, the blades are watching on.
Where do you want to go?
And they always seem to accept their fate as well. It's like they know. Reef den. Into the wagon of fail. Got to what? Gotta watch the wagon or you'll fall off. Yeah, you'd think there'd be some form of chain at the back, or just something to hold you in. Because if it goes up a steep hill, then you're just falling out the back of that thing. Especially if your passenger gives you a light shove. Yes, hello, Shadow Mew. Why must you follow me? Carriage driver must be scared shitless. And that is one big ass hatch. I don't think any of them are actually full size. I think most of them are scaled down. What few there are of them anyway. Wow, I'm crashing so much less with it. Out all that baggy crap. On a related note to crashing, I did find out. Oh! Vivius, what is my character? Well, she's a sharkling, so... There is one with more realistic eyes. I'm not sure if that's in the mod list. This one's in the mod list. I had to make a lot of edits to make it work with the weapon... with the, like, Dual Sheath Redux patch, so it used the compatibility skeleton. But, you know, it wasn't that hard. I basically opened up the skeleton.nif for it, and a compatibility skeleton, copy-pasted everything that was unique about it, aka everything in my head, and just copy-pasted that into a compatibility skeleton, kept it as the Sharkling skeleton name.
Out with it. Oh, you're back? I suppose you'll be wanting your pay then.
I got another special request. I need you to make your way to Solitude. Now, he's not exactly going to welcome you with open arms. Keep your cool. And here's the sport. Before I'm going to give you any more work, you need to finish that job.
Where's... I leave her for half a second and she disappears.
I think you should finish.
Oh. I was hoping to be a bit more efficient, but if you're ever wondering what anything, if you have, just as a point of reference, Phoebius, if you ever don't know what anything is, and I say it's just a mod, or I'd probably give the name of the mod when I reply, but I do have my full mod list is in the description. If you open the description up and follow the DeviantART link, that takes you to the mod list. Because YouTube wasn't allowing me to post it in the description. Because it was rather enormous. Except, apparently, I seem to have like no problems with the mod limit like a lot of people do. A lot of people seem to find that the 255 mod limit is oppressive. I find it completely normal. I've never come close to going over that. I know someone who does. My sister apparently has over 300 mods without mergers. And I'm thinking, just how the hell do you have so many mods? Do you just when you have that many mods, are half of them just like little tiny one change tweaks? So instead of having one mod that changes, say, all the Daedric artifacts to make them better, you have one mod for each Daedric artifact. That strikes me as, if that's the case, that just strikes me as hilariously inefficient. And normally I like efficiency. When it comes to technical things, I like efficiency. When I'm playing a game, not so much. I like to be efficient, I just don't care as much. It's, you know, fun is the main factor. I mean, I try to be efficient, but sometimes it just says, fuck you, no. Or bitch please, I think is the correct term. I don't use slang or memes too often.
Divines bless you.
Here, eat the septum. It's made of chocolate. Oh, wait. What? Wait. No, wait, no, it is over there. Derp. Got lost again. Now, in case it's not overly clear, Phoebius, on my mod list I do have a coding system. If it says PT next to it, that means I've modified it in either a small or large way. If it says MOM next to it, it stands for my own mod, which is something I made myself, and basically, if there isn't a link next to it, you can't get that one. Even with searching the internet, you will never find it because I've never released it. Same with the personal tweaks, they've never been released. Although a few of my own mods have been released, sometimes Steam Workshop, they were the old one. I've retrofitted some of the ships I'm more happy, player-home ships I'm more happy with, I've retrofitted them into Nexus, made a few updates to them in the process. Is there any money? No. Yeah, Stuart Reinix.
About time you got here. I'm not accustomed to dealing with people who are unreliable. That's why I asked Delvin to send me his best. That's more like it. Nothing raises my ire more than having an agreement. Captain Wolf of the Dainty Slode has decided to test my patience on this matter. I need you to help me show him the... You'll need to get your hands on some Balmora Blue from Sabine Niet. Once you get your hands on it...
Good old Balmora Blue. When Skooma wasn't strong enough for the Dunmer, they made Balmora Blue. And it is super strong. Basically super strong Skooma. Because the Dark Elves don't like anything less.
I don't want to see your face until the job's Not sure. I know that it used to be a lucrative underworld commodity when Balmora was still standing.
And Balmora's now part of the nuked crater that happened when Red Mountain blew up.
Also very illegal. Anyone caught with Balmora Blue looks forward to rotting in jail for a very long time. There's pirates. They usually make runs along the coast. Rumor has it they can get you anything for the right price.
Now, I seem to remember having an issue with this quest, where Erica would just refuse to talk to me once I'd done the quest. And I sort of had to console into his house where he would talk to me, because he was being a fusspot and wouldn't go where he was supposed to. Other than that, it worked fine. It's not blood. Nothing is as broken as blood on the ice. There's only a few things. The thing with Blood on the Ice is, because it takes place in a civil war city which gets attacked, it creates so many bloody issues. My original save, which is still my highest level save, it's about the only one I've actually stuck with for the entire time, but which has survived a lot of shit actually, that save. It survived some real dirty Steam Workshop mods. When I say dirty, I don't mean dirty as in sexual dirty, I mean dirty as in they're the most badly made mods you could imagine. Monster mod, for example, that was on that save. This Crash-tacular pre-crossbow dwarven rifle, that was Crash-tacular. Anyway, that save has survived a lot of shit. When most advice you get is delete mods or start a new save, that save has survived all of that. I even had to play through Dragonborn twice because apparently I forgot to save. Yeah, I was a dumbass. And you can tell it's my original save because guess what? Number 22. I made a lot of saves, but look at the date, 2012. That was... I leveled so slowly. I mean, level 9, 2012. Actually, 11 to the 6, because Americans... no, I'm just trying to figure out if it's American style or rest of the world style. Yeah, it's American style, where it's month, day, year, which makes no sense, because it should be day, month, year. But that was pretty much when I got my computer. You can see I only put 2 hours into it. And somehow I got 22 saves in 2 hours. What was I... Did I not know quick save existed? I'm honestly curious if I didn't know if quick save existed. I probably didn't. Or I didn't know what key it was, I think was more important.
I don't have time for anyone too lazy or cowardly to make their own plans.
Whee! Oh no! Slaughterfish! Ow! It's nipping at my heels. Literally. Spiking my heels. Now where is this crate? Oh, it's down here somewhere. Using my sharky senses to sniff for Balmora Blue. My sense of smell has been dulled by being on the land, apparently. There it is. Woo! And you! Apparently the Slaughterfish has decided to give me combat music now. That's kinda sad. It's like the worst enemy I've ever seen. I only have one attack that works underwater, and it's one I promise not to use. Gotta go to the dainty slood. Speaking of sloads, a new mod project has sprung up. I only know of it because I managed to get a shout out from Skyblivion's Discord. I think that's what you call it, the shout out, is it? When you mention someone else. But the Coral Kingdom, I think it's called, or something to do with Frest, the Coral Kingdom. I can't remember the exact name. It's not one I'm even going to follow until a few years, until it's got more progress on it. But from what I saw, it's quite new in development. They've got the basic concepts down, but it seems quite new in development. Probably won't be around for a good couple of years. Who knows? It still might predate Elder Scrolls 6 because Bethesda doesn't seem to be giving any clues that that's in production. But that one features loads. So the thing is, there is a lot more of these big mod projects than you'd actually think of. Fine, I'm not going to get charged for murder. But there's a lot more of these big mods than you think of, and some of them aren't just... There's a reason you don't hear about a lot of them, is because the ones you don't hear about are typically the ones that aren't good. That quantity over quality. I mean, what I was looking... for some reason the subject came up about large Oblivion mods, and there's apparently one that's like 9 times larger than Oblivion, but like no one's ever heard of it, probably because... But I looked at it and it looked bad. It didn't look good. I'm sure it was technically fine, but it didn't look appealing in the slightest. It was a very the world was just extremely bloated. It was supposed to take place in Morrowind, I think, but the actual landmass was considerably larger than the tiny sliver of Morrowind it was supposed to be in. It was ridiculously flat, like Florida level flat, which is, in case anyone doesn't know, Florida is very extremely flat. To the point of being comedically flat. Oh, that counts as a sneak attack? Okay. But, okay. But it just didn't look good, the world looked flat. I mean, there were shots of, what little shots I could find of it, all of them were like flat as a pancake. Like, this boat has more gradients than they did. It was like, I couldn't believe how flat it was, it just looked so boring. Oh, first mate. Your shitty guard doesn't do anything. Fun note, first mate actually respawns. If you don't clear this place out before he respawns. There's also a lot of these mod projects also die before they even get anywhere. An example of those would be like Fallout Lone Star, which was like a Texas-themed Fallout. I can't remember if it was Fallout 4 or New Vegas, but it died. It just died with no warning and without really having anything done. I think they might have got to the point where they might have realised how much effort it was and just couldn't manage it in Fallout 4's creation kit or something. I don't know. Can't remember which one it's for. That's one that had promise, but it died. Just died. Ooh, Stone of Parasite. Appropriate to find it while doing a job for the Phoebe Guild. Seriously, the amount of work that goes into making those plates is not worth the 5. Whoever made them, they just got ripped off royal. Because, Let's say that retailers buy them wholesale for 3 septims each, and then they sell them for like 6 septims. That is a rip-off. For the amount of work that must go into making the engraved plate. Oh, stretchy. Tangled in the microphone cable. Shuma! Oh, I got swim. Boing. Boing. Orker. Smash.
Ruled down.
What the f... Oh, it's a banner. I was thinking, what the hell's flapping over there? Is it a rowboat? No, it's a banner.
Ruled down.
Wow, I can't believe how little I crashed. I should have crashed by now. I think emptying my inventory did wonders. I think it was getting too full. You don't want your inventory too full. That's something you can learn from this stream, is don't let your inventory get full. I wasn't raised in a barn.
I bet you could slay one of those mean old dragons. I bet you could do anything.
Oh, hello.
So I wasn't raised in a barn. I like to shut doors. It's just something I do. It's a habit. You know, I'm a creature of habit. The fan does take the worst of the heat off.
Sibyl Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human.
Erica.
Imperials are good for... Yes, I know. In fact, by now, Captain Wolf should be on his way to the prison. The contract is complete. It is a token of my gratitude for your efforts.
Very well.
That was the problem. He never left his house, and he never can't have this conversation unless he's outside his house.
Doors he needs in solitude.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I imply that you'd be...
Well done, Shifty McShifty. Give me the spell tome so shit that everyone already has it.
If I needed something from
You're clearly a vampire.
Nothing. Oh, don't give me that look. We have something of a vampire problem. Bodies have been found with blood. I don't expect you to be capable of even that.
You do realise that you are a vampire, don't you?
Definitely.
Irrelevant.
Look at your eyes. You can tell that's a vampire just by looking at them.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard. There is room in my... However, you help my people and good luck to you.
Is it that time again?
I need to buy a house.
Meet this evening and make the arrangements.
May the gods watch over. Splendid. There's a house
I
available.
can't afford that. I just bought a shop. Now, one thing I don't like with Proudstyle Manor is Half-Fire added a kiddies room to it. Now, that wouldn't be a problem. I have nothing against the kiddies rooms, except for the fact that in Proudstyle Manor, it adds a bit of building that doesn't exist. It basically pokes out into the void. And that really annoys me when an interior it does not fit its exterior. I'm just being silly right now. Walking along the fence is just silly. Woo!
Change has swept into solitude, like a breeze off the ocean. The Thieves' Guild has come.
I used to be an adventurer.
And you guards might actually get to do something when a thief decides to strike.
Papa says I want to rob him.
Yeah. Papa must do an extremely good job shielding that kid. Because that kid must know that everyone in Solitude knows that Rogvir was executed. Everyone, except that one kid. His friends never tell it. The other adults around town never tell it. No one tells it. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I'd employ anyone to ever do is just clean the keyboard out. But don't. Get a powerful vacuum cleaner or an air blower. Compressed air actually works really well for blowing out the shit that builds up in keyboards. Or a particularly powerful vacuum. You don't want it too powerful, you don't want it sucking the keys off.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Go to Reef Den again.
Climb and back and we'll be off. There once was a hero named Red.
And amazingly, he's better at singing than one of the bards. Because one of the bards you can get just butchers it. Like, really can't sing at all. I don't know if it's just in Half-Fire, one of the Half-Fire houses I know has that bard, but I don't know if there's any other copies of her around. But just butchers it. Orsh. No longer weird alien beasts that it was in Oblivion. Because in Oblivion the horses were awful. They were really just didn't look right at all. And speaking of Oblivion horses, Skyblivion will have horse armor for the people who actually purchased said DLC and for the people who bought the Ultimate Game of the Year edition. Because there's the Ultimate Game of the Year edition that seems to have the main Age of DLC, which will be Shivering Isles, Knights and Light. I think there was another one in there. It might have been horse armor. But horse armor also has that unique place in history of being the first of the pointless cosmetic DLCs.
Spare septums? I got the cure right here.
Hey Delvin, I got that job done.
Assures me that Captain Wolf will spend pretty much the rest of his life clapped in irons. Best of all, he's also... We're still growing by leaps and bounds thanks to you. And other merchants move. You're in that. We got a long way to go. But don't let... I hit. If break-ins are more your... Alright, got a sim... Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck. Oh,
Please don't be in Riften. Oh, what's it in Riften?
you can't keep quitting jobs when it strikes you. Great. Would you... These marks keep their legend. Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire.
What? Why does a guild, like really skilled thief that does anything you ask of her, have to go do the shittiest jobs in Riften? Solitude already done. Oh god, get.
Are you bloody serious? Bad time. Brynjolf's been getting... We want to waylay a ship. Just into the...
Oh, getting the city you actually want to do is just really awkward.
The price was 100 higher than I expected.
Oh. He didn't give me the job.
Bad time. When you have a client looking to have a rival's... Finally. Someone with backbone.
Just because you got distracted by someone else's conversation. Oh dear, it's not working again. Oh well.
A few spares. I handle. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to. We're looking to recover an heirloom for a client. All right, take this and get out of here.
Burglary. Whiterun, perfect. The way I might as well try Delvin. I'll try Delvin one last time.
Still have quite a good, bloody good timing. Have a client looking to have a rival's... Just remember the rules. Keep it clean.
This time I'll sit through it just to make sure. No, he doesn't want to give me jobs anymore. Boing. Well, at least got one in white done. In the white runs. Wow, not one crash yet. I'm very, very surprised. I'm not going to tempt fate by going into Riften though.
Where do you want to go?
Eat one.
Climb and back and we'll be off. Oh, steady.
I'm not going to tempt fate by going into Riften, that would just be dumb. Oof. Later on, right one. White one. Wait, do I have to? Oh yeah, I do have to have other business here. Ooh, Kajiti.
Perhaps you're having take a look.
I am not buying your shit, I will only buy your moon sugar. Here, take my food. How dare I sell an ingredient? Precious ingredients. So many bloody cards I can't get rid of. That'll do. I sold you an unusual gem?
I have traveled. Well, you've come to the right place. Now, aren't you a strange one? The wise trader finds the best.
Kajiti rip you off, royal!
Fortune smiles upon this meeting. Of course. Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
You rip off. And you don't even put the funds in your bank. Oh.
I hope that you will come to do.
You rip off. I'm just checking to see if that money goes anywhere, or whether it just disappears from existence. It just disappears from existence, that money. It doesn't go anywhere. It gets turned into moon sugar. Gotta allow that drug train to keep moving. Gotta allow that drug train to keep chugging. Let's see. I'm not gonna do a burglary at night, that would just be dumb. It's a lot easier to steal from someone's house when they aren't in it. That is a fact. In reality, there's too many people to watching in daylight, but in Skyrim there's not enough people to warrant it, so it's actually a lot harder to do at night.
You have the wonderful. I'll use it to repair the tree. Thank you so much for all your...
I'll take training and restoration magic today. Prices aren't rip-off yet. I think he's dead. I don't think he's moving. No, he is not moving. He is just dead.
Pain is so great.
So she seems to move a muscle. Oh, she's moving slightly.
My body burns.
Bone break. I'm sure she's got bone break fever when the bear decided to piss all over her crops. Let's face it, bone break fevers must spread some way. Best torch ever. Your torch does nothing. It doesn't do anything. This guy's torch is so bad. It doesn't do anything. I mean, no, Skyrim's torches are poor, but Bloody hell! That is one useless torch! Well, it seems such a useless torch. What do the other gods don't bother with them? Because they don't need them! What's the point of carrying this flaming stick if it doesn't actually light anything? What the f... How rude!
I am your sword and your shield.
How rude! How rude! Can't tap me out in the wasteland where you can hide a body, but you'll do it in the house where I have a housecarl whose sole purpose in life is to protect me. That's just rude! Talk about rude. I mean, I know the Dunmer are good at rude, I mean... But still... That's funny, Lydia hasn't watched me when I sleep, that's... disturbing. Normally she does, she normally creepily stares at you in her sleep. Why is his holster still on the floor? I'm sure she'll devour those bodies at some point. I'm sure she'll get rid of them some way. Or just throw them on the fire and let them burn. Turn them into the ash. I know the Dark Elves like being I think their preferred method of, you know, burial is cremation. And then scattering the ashes on whatever their family ash pile. I think that's the Dunmer way. Oh no. I could have been seen. Stick big key in lock, turn big key with knife. And on we go! Classless. Well, I can just take this shit, I'm not even stealing it. I can actually take every single one of her possessions. Because she doesn't actually have anything valuable. Oopsie! Oh dear, she doesn't actually have anything valuable enough to class as stealing. Oops. Oops. I think I smell more like fish-ish, but okay. I mean, look at me. Do you really think I smell like dog? Then again, wet dog and rotten fish is probably about the same level of rank. Because, ugh, if my dog's breath is anything to go by, then rotten fish will be more pleasant. Seriously, if you've got an old... I don't know what it is. He has dry food, his breath shouldn't be so foul, but it is. I'm sure it would class as a chemical weapon if it was distilled of it. If he's stuck in a grenade or a bomb of some kind, I'm sure my dog's breath would class as a biological weapon. It's just nasty. You know what?
Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? Well, where do I always want to go? I want to go to Reefton again. So I'm always going to Reefton.
There's whole countries full of them down south.
Elsewhere. When you ask a Khajiit where they're from, they just say elsewhere. You know, it's just... I wonder if it was intentional, or whether it just was unintentionally happened to be that way.
Too lazy to walk.
No, I am too lazy to walk. I prefer to run. There goes the crash. I was expecting it for a while. I'm surprised it lasted that long, actually. I'm very surprised it lasted that long. While Skyrim boots up, I'm just going to look at something else. No, nothing new. There we go, Skyrim's booted. No, Skyrim is responding, Windows. Or Windows. Or Windows. It's probably Windows. Yeah. My Homer impression is horrific, by the way, as you just heard twice. Like, really, really bad. That's my Homer impression, and it is really bad. Or I could just put it in I could just say the bracketed words of annoyed grunt.
This rain will stop eventually. Always stop.
Unless you go into Falkreath, in which it only gets heavier. Because Falkreath is the England of Skyrim. It's perpetual rain. Sukunda and Master are out.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Moon's a moving man. Hello, new person. Game of Games with very peculiar capitalization. Where the dirt isn't, but the games and games is. Boing. Oh, you're a... So you're an alchemist then? It just lets me steal all your ingredients without classing as steal. Which begs the question, what happened to the alchemist who runs this shop? Where is he? There's supposed to be someone there. Or has he just set up shop and then left? Who knows?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Back with good news? Fine. I guess you'll need your coin. I handle the If you don't like that kind of work, talk. Good. Got a buyer. Good. Just remember the order. Do job first, get drunk second. Now take this and go. Back with good news.
Please be the one place I haven't. Solitude, of course it is.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Because there's Whiterun and I can't remember what the other one is.
I don't know what you're made of.
Way Mortal. So I'm just trying to think which ones there is. That was Markov. That was Solitude. One of those is Whiterun. And the other walled city is Riften. Oh, Windhelm. That was it.
Well, you done or what? Out with it. First you take the job, now you don't even want it?
No, I only want it if it's in Windhelm, you idiot.
We're always good. Here's what you need to do.
Whiterun!
Make up your mind, will you? You're starting to make us look bad. Okay.
I just want to get one in Windhelm.
On a desirable fine. Just keep it clean. Here you go.
Oh no, she's not giving me jobs anymore.
Got more than you can handle. One of the quickest ways, if you're interested, what do you say? Whatever, just get it done. Here's the job.
Whiterun!
Well, make up your mind, will you? You're starting to make us look. Got plenty. Take your pick. I think we have a nice, wealthy home. Fine, just keep it clean. Here you go.
The trying to get the town you want. Riften!
Steal anything?
It's not even valuable!
Next time, save me the trouble. Got more than you can handle. We've stolen this item before. Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
Riften! Why do you not want to give me the one I want?
Got more than you can handle. As long as you can keep things quiet and don't get yourself... Good. Here's what you need to do.
This is ridiculous. Ow! Why do you not want to send me to Windhelm?
Got more than you can handle. We've actually stolen this... Alright, take this and get out of here.
Riften!
First you take the job, now you don't even want it. Got more than you can.
I only want it if it gives me in Windhelm.
Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
Whiterun!
Make up your mind, will you? You're starting to make... Got more than you can handle. We've been trying to get this item for a while. Here you go. Hope you don't muck it up.
Riften!
Well, make up your mind, will you? Good.
Oh dear, this is ridiculous. Just trying to get Windhelm!
Fine. Here's everything you need.
Why don't you let me have Windhelm? Whiterun! I don't have to come back here again.
Got plenty. Take your pick. We've actually stolen this item before. Here you go. Hope you don't muck it up.
Oh.
Steal any? Make up your mind, will you? You're starting to make... Been a while since I've seen one of those.
Wrong option.
The stone was pried off of Baron. I think there were... Some of the guild members have tried to locate... Look, tell you what. If you find the rest of them, I bet you are. Sure. We're all... Alright, take this and get out of here.
That's the last one. Rift them, of course there's.
Out with it. Make up your mind, will you? You're I bet you are. As long as you can keep things quiet and don't get... Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
Okay, that's it. I'm pissed off now. Where's Delvin? Where is he? Where's he gone?
Ready for some work, or are you just gonna wander around all day?
Wander around all day, but where's Delvin gone? Oh wow, they actually go to sleep.
What you're made of, but I never... We got half of... Nah, if you're ready, we actually got a request. Make your way up there and look for... Oh, don't make me the fool and let me down, alright?
I'm just saying, fuck it, just try and get that job in Windhelm because it clearly is not gonna happen. It clearly is not gonna happen. I don't know why it seems so adamant on not letting me go there, but... Karuna. Oh, there goes the crash again. Because I really would like not to have to go back to Ragged Flagon again. If not, I'm just saying, changing the settings and that. A better Thieves Guild mod. God bless MCM. So handy. It's the one bit of Sky UI I actually like. Because I'm one of those people who just does not like Sky UI. I think it's far worse as a UI. It's huge. It's excessive. And for lack of a better word, it's just not good. I don't like it as a UI. The only reason I have it is because of, well, every MCM mod requires it because MCM is part of it. It's the only reason I have it.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Place I just was.
Oh, steady.
I say Skyrim's UI is fine. I just find Sky UI to be overly fussy. And it brought back the one thing I truly despised about Oblivion. Instead of having nice simple words to describe things like weapons, potion scrolls, etc., it had vague symbols. I hated that. That was one of the things I hated most about Oblivion. It was just how because it wasn't laid out very cleverly, the Oblivion UI, and it was all vague symbols, so you never quite knew what anything was. And Sky UI sort of brought that joy back. I don't get the appeal of it. You know, it's much like EMVs. For Sky, I don't understand why people have to have them for Skyrim, because I just find they're not worth the issues they cause. You know, they pretty much completely fuck up the weather system. Completely fuck it up. You know, clear skies doesn't work, so if it's raining you can't get rid of it. Weather's often lasts for days because EMB handles it rather than it. It slaps this just coloured filter over the screen which just looks like ass. It turns most post-processing effects off, if not all of them. It just didn't look good. You know, like people have it set up specially for screenshots, and that's it.
You're here, and not a moment too soon.
So I found it made anything in the distance look like absolute ass, because it turned off all the shadows.
A close friend of mine. We fought together on the battlefield for many years until old age got the better of us. Now it's up to me to save him one more time. The city guard in Solitude is seeking on. Fortunately, his identity isn't known to the authorities, and hold a moment. This is more than a simple prison. I'm setting him up with a new identity. It's the only... The job is twofold. First, steal a letter that was sent from Solitude warning Whiterun's guards...
You must be an impressive criminal to actually have the guards from the different halls communicate with each other.
To his new identity. If it was easy... You see, both of these items are kept in... One more thing. If you get caught, I can't...
Again, another Stone and Baron's Eye, which I think I've already gotten, but... is in this location. So they actually do take you to quite a few of them on these guild little questies.
Hello, friend. What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Never mind. You actually take Suma. There, take my furs. And I said, fur you. That joke did not work. I'm not quite sure I'd class either of those as game. I mean, Hagraven maybe, but... You know, because it's a bird and birds are typically classed as game animals. Oh look, Gildeglean's back. Yes. Oh. He was taking a quick bath in the palace lake. For all I know, it could be a community bath. That's why they got stairs going in and out. And what is a drowned skeleton in there? Oh, something I forgot to mention a lot earlier when I was talking about how I migrated Fallout 4 to the Creation Club update. The UI for the Creation Club is fucking awful. It is so bad. It was clearly designed with consoles in mind. Because it's just unnatural how you navigate it. I mean, to go between categories, you have to press home and end of all buttons. Home and end. Like, who uses those keys for anything? And secondly, you end up having... You have to use I have to go back. You can't just use up and down like you normally would on that UI. That start UI. It's just so badly done. It's just such a badly conceived control system for it. And if you try and click things, you end up getting stuck trying to be forced into creating a Bethesda.fail account, which I do have, I just don't log into it. I had it so I could download a creation kit, basically. I don't use Bethesda.fail unless I absolutely have to. I know technically the name is Bethesda.net, but Bethesda.fail is so much more appropriate. The only people who really should be using Bethesda.fail are consoles because they have no choice. Specifically the 360 users and PS4 users. Although for PS4, they don't really have much choice there either. PS4 just got royally fucked when it came to Skyrim and Fallout 4 mods for console. Because Sony wouldn't allow external content. Which, from a hardware perspective, I can see. But, you know, it's a case of why even bother touting it as a feature if you're not even gonna let... You know, why even let them have, like, shitty shit? What's funny is, assets aren't gonna break the console. The shitty tweaks that they can have, they can break the console. They can force the game into doing some real weird shit. Like, basically, console command level. You know, you could do quite a lot of damage if you wanted to. You know, could royally fuck up and seize up and, you know, disable it. Because I don't know if it allows even like new scripts or anything. It's really unclear what it allows, and there's a reason like 99% of mods they don't have a PS4 version. And even the 360, you know, sorry, not 360, the Xbox One, because the stupidest name ever. Even that has issues, because you're only allowed a certain amount, so you know, you're only allowed a finite amount in terms of file size, so you can end up getting really... You know, you can either have one big one or loads of small ones.
In the market for some hunting supplies?
I'm also not a fan of the ESL format. I mean, ESLs are basically they give you effectively an infinite mod list, effectively. However, because of the nature and the fact they are loaded before all ESPs, they don't count as a number. For example, my load list that had something in the 0D slot was still in the 0D slot. But when it came to it, a lot of it was very just... I don't like the ESL format because the only thing you can realistically do in an ESL is add something completely new. Anything that changes something should not be in an ESL. Mainly because, well, you can't... The only thing you can really make changes to are master files, and that's it. You know, if you have a tweaks, you want it to overwrite things, therefore the tweak typically goes at the bottom. I'm just trying to remember what feasible requirements. Got to do 5 quests in each vanilla. Oh, I can't actually set it to 0. I've actually got to get 1 in Windhelm. Oh. I'll go through the lottery again. But ESL format is not useful for any real mods. Anything that makes changes, the ESL just becomes pointless. You know, what an ESL is good for is new weapon mods, for example. That is what the ESL is good for. The ESL is not good for implementation of anything else. For example, I actually had to convert... I got one of the mods that makes the creation of paint jobs apply to the factions. No, Brotherhood, Railroad, and Gunner. I got that mod, but it was in ESL. and it made a lot of changes to vanilla records that other things made changes to, like the unofficial patch, Armor Smith Extended, etc. So I had to copy all the changes from all the mods, basically merged into it, and turn it into an ESP so I could load it at the end of my load order. You know, it's not good. I'd like to go to Riften again. At least when this is done, I never have to go to Riften again. Hopefully. At least I don't have to go there for a while. I'm getting real sick of seeing the rat way. Real sick of it. Boing. Oh, I can't make it over. Into the rat way we go for the 15th time today. Oh, can you imagine the default tuning of needing to do 5 jobs in each city? Just holy fuck! No wonder no wonder no one's got that bloody achievement for beating the Thieves Guild quest. Because you've got to do, and this is where the best possible look, 20 Thieves Guild Radiant jobs to get these. Oh, Hurlewin's actually bothered to show up today, has he?
So, you're interested in my potions?
In your potions? No. In your delicious, delicious ingredients? Yes. I will never, ever be interested in your potions. Oh, maybe I will occasionally. I might occasionally be interested in your potwines. Healing. Why do you take healing? No, or you take all this. You take tusks. If you're wondering what that ipecac syrup was, don't wonder. It's part of the mod I refuse to use on streams. It's basically a safety shield. Makes you unpalatable, basically. Delvin, Delvin, Delvin! Where is little Delvin? Where is... Is he asleep again? He's asleep again, isn't he? Yep, there he is.
Got lots of jobs. Alfred sent ahead his comp. More important, success. Being a if you don't watch out, you might even earn the I handle. If breaking this business, just keep your eyes open and you.
Can we just have one in Windhelm, please?
Give you the details. Got lots of jobs available.
Mark off! Oh, for the love of... I'm trying to vex until he gets up. Oh, I'm not even going to try if I've got to wake him up. Lottery time! Try and get one in fucking Windhelm! Duh! Unless he just peel off the floor.
Are you bloody serious? You know, alright? Anything in particular? This business is a...
Yeah. Give me one in fucking Windhelm and I'll do it, otherwise I'm gonna... Fine! Race custom Nord Windhelm, no. Choose to Bounty Windhelm, no. Only not Devourment related. Thieves Guilds! Dark Quest Windhelm. Ah! At TG Crime Windhelm taken to 1. Okay, apparently that doesn't work. Okay, plan B.
Higher than I expect. All right. Anything in particular strike your fancy? Got lots of jobs available.
No, apparently I have to do at least one properly. This is gonna be fun.
Money. These marks keep them good. Here's your assignment.
This is gonna take the rest of my life. I don't want to go to fucking Whiterun.
Great. What do you want to do?
Can we just have one in fucking Windhelm? The cooldown on that one's longer than the Vex one's.
I handle. If you don't like that kind of work, talk. We've been trying to get this item for a while. Good. Just remember the order. Do your job first. Get drunk.
I don't care if you're best
Now
buddies
take this
with
and
the
go.
Guildmaster. I'll still smash it.
Mark off. No.
Good. Use the coin.
This is gonna take the rest of my life.
If you hurry, we can turn it around and make a quick profit. Can you get it? The last time I checked, gold coins aren't falling.
Maybe if I can. I did that by accident. Oh.
Ready for some? I bet you are.
Yeah. Give me a fucking job in Windhelm.
What you need to do.
I'll happily do every job in I'll happily loot every house in Windhelm.
Well,
Windhelm.
Make up your mind, will you? You're starting to make us look bad. Good. We could use the coin. We're looking to recover an heirloom for. Good. Here's what you need to do.
This is fucking ridiculous. Whiterun!
First you take the job, now you don't even want it? Got more than you can handle. Someone with connections to our guild. Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
Please be Windhelm. Mark off!
You done or what? Out with it. Make up your mind.
Bloody fuck! Why can't I get the
Got a tip on a desirable item. Fine, just keep it clean. Here you go.
Riften again. I am going mad.
I bet you are. Which one? Oh, good timing. The people. All right, take this and get out of here.
No.
I bet you are.
Don't want to give me that one.
Sure. We're all whatever. Just here's the job.
If it doesn't work. Where I run? That's it. I'm forced starting this fucker. Because it's refusing to give me any single. Where's the information that tells me how I can skip this fucking thing? Like, skip to this thing? Oh yeah, that's why I'm not looking at UESP. UESP is so much better than the bloody wiki of the Skyrim. Let's see, a numbers job, because numbers is... Yeah, looking at this, I should really have a better odds of getting window and I should mark off, and yet I still get mark off loads. No, there's no way to force them. God, fucking tediously talk to each one, get a new job. Hopefully one of them takes me to fucking Windhelm.
Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
White run again! Keeps giving me the same bloody houses as well!
Good. We could use the coin. Sure. We're always looking to get our... Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
You need to tell your boys to...
If I can... Fucking mark off again.
These marks keep... Here's everything you need. He's a killer, but we've never heard him. I'll pass it along.
Riften!
You can't keep quitting jobs when it strikes your fancy.
Well,
make
make
us
up
all
your
look like
mind,
a bunch
will
of
you?
amateurs.
Oh my... Why won't it give me one in Windhelm?
Take this and get out of here.
Got lots of jobs, alright? Anything in particular strike you?
White rum.
Looking to have a... Nice. Yeah, this is what you need to know.
Well, fine. Next time save me the... Good. We could use the coin. Good.
Riften.
Good. Here's what you need to do.
What can I do for you today? Keep dropping these jobs, and I might quit assigning them to you. Alright? Anything in... We want to waylay a shipment on... Just remember the rules. Keep it clean, and keep it
Ready
quiet.
for some work?
Here's
So,
the details.
feeling loose? Got more than you can handle. As long as you can keep things quiet. There's everything you need.
Hello. Rigu or Rygu? Ooh, Willy. Uncut. I don't know which way. Fucking Riften again.
Okay, what'll it be?
I'm going fucking mad now.
Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
If this isn't fucking Windhelm, of course it's Riften. Why do they keep...
Alright, got a simple. Just remember the rules. Keep it clean, and keep it quiet.
Back with good news, out with it. First you take the job, now you don't even want it.
Of course I don't want it. It's not in Windhelm, I don't want it.
Keep things quiet, don't get yourself killed in the... Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up. Steal anything worth talking about?
Oh, that's it.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills
Well,
to be a thief.
make up your mind, will you?
another to
You're
actually
starting to
use
make us
them.
look bad.
Fuck it. I'm really pissed off with it now. TGTQ04. Oh wait, no, don't just blindly look at the wikis for these things. Always start at the lowest pot. Always just increment, unless the wiki specifically says otherwise. Always show quest stages and then incrementally work your way through them. You start, if you're gonna start a quest without like having a trigger, you start quest console command and then you set stages to 0 on it. Always, without fail. Also, always check the wiki, but make sure, check the wiki, specifically UESP, it tends to be better. But, if in doubt, always just gradually increment the quest stages. Fuck it, I'm bored of taking in the car. I got the hiccups because I'm annoyed. I am zooming. I'm bored. I'm so bored I want to kill something. I'm sick of staring at the rat white. I never want to see it again. Ever. Oh look, they've all spawned outside the fort. Or that's a patrol. Because I find it hard to believe that that's the entire garrison. 4 Imperials. And then 1 that's different. And that's it. You know, I almost wonder if Skyrim was supposed to have medium armor. At some point, because the Imperial armor said, you know, you get a choice of small, medium, light, medium, heavy. And I almost wonder if Skyrim was supposed to have medium armor at one point. Until they just dumped it because medium armor is just a pain in the arse. Unusual to see the Khajiits coming through an actual town.
The warm sand, you already know all that I know. He said
My speedcraft is that high?
How high the mountain? Yes.
Yes.
And so many refuse to talk. Take a look.
You have some monies. Here, take my crap. Take my baskets, and my bear pelts, and my bowls, and my buckets, and some duplicate cards I have way too many of. There, buy these cards. Maybe you can shift them. Well, to Windhelm again. Oh, I really do not like the Thieves Guild questline. Just because I'm constantly having to go to the bloody rat way. That's what makes it bad. That and the actual quest itself, you do so little thieving and random crash, but you do so little thieving in Thieves Guild questline. It's not a particularly good questline. You know, compared to the Thieves Guild questline in, say, Oblivion, where you actually pull off a heist, you have to do a lot of prep work for your heist. You have to like get the booties of falling and all the other things, but you actually pull off a proper heist. You know, you steal a fucking Elder Scroll, which is a big deal in Oblivion. You know, you're actually doing like you're preparing for a big heist. You work with the Grey Fox, you become the Grey Fox. Skyrim, you help a failing chapter of the Thieves Guild by not even thieving half the time, and become some fucking Nightingale. You're not even it's not really even a Thieves Guild questline, it's more a fucking Nightingale questline. It's more a bloody Nightingale questline. And Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood does not compare to the Oblivion Dark Brotherhood. I mean, that party alone was worth the whole questline. Oh no! Skeles! I actually tried to come on this way to avoid the Skeles! I kind of came this way to avoid the Skellies, but okay. I thought I saw a Skelly. Could have just been his bones rolling down the hill. Oh, and could we ever forget the Oblivion "Are you the Grey Fox" God segment, where every guard in town was asking every guard in town, are they the Grey Fox, in unison? Oh, there's the daily bout of wolves. You know, the first time I venture out into the wilderness today, the first enemies I encounter are wolves. Because, seriously, fuck wolves. Everywhere. Actually, everywhere. That's an upside to Fallout 4, there are no fucking wolves everywhere. Or Oblivion, there are no wolves. Oh look! Wolves! Odds better the next enemy we encounter is a wolf. The odds are not good if you want to bet on that. The odds of wolves are so high. Oh no! Wolves! There may have been a bear, but there were still wolves. The wolves were still... Holy shit, something more interesting than a fucking wolf! The random hostile wood elf. Okay. Who has Daedric arrows and a hunting bow? Surely it's better to have the posh bow and the cheap arrows rather than the cheap bow and the good arrows. Because, you know, the bow will last, the arrows won't. Oh, fuck, I'm not trying to fight out like this. These two. I thumbed my thistle. What's that? Beanses. Snowberry. That's unusual. Oh, it's an Imperial patrol. Again, that is unusual.
Stay sharp. Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys. What the rebels like to forget is that the Empire's what's keeping the Dominion out of Skyrim. Leggett, keep an eye out for trouble. It's only a matter of time.
I get a feeling there are female Imperial voices, but they were never used. Because that... You know, I get the feeling they were there, but they were never used. For some reason. Probably because they didn't have the guard dialogue. I guess it's like Oblivion where... Maybe it was a homage to Oblivion where there was no female guards. With Oblivion, they had the female guard dialogue. There was one in the entire game that was a target for the Dark Brotherhood questline. That was the annoying, no matter what you do and how stealthily you kill her, you always get a bounty, even if not one can see you for some reason. Mammoth must die. Oh, it's a bear. That's unusual, I didn't hear it coming. Normally you can hear bears coming a mile away. The abomination must die. What the? Derpy. That wasn't what I expected to be there. Oh, that's the dragon ass. You can't tell when it's all loddy. You actually cannot tell when it's all loddy like that. Oh, I'm dead. I should have healed. I was being greedy. I guess my inner instincts see when I see a loddy dragon, I immediately think Sturpy, hence Sturpy's mount. Yeah, because for some reason they like to stay in Lod mode here, for some reason. That's the dragoness. I actually did hit her. Don't know what she's landing to kill. Oh, mammoths. Let's keep her landed. And this Imperial is just... Look at it, look at the left-hand side of the screen. Just look at that Imperial cap. Actually just walk past. Horse resisted Dragon Rend. Khajiit resisted Dragon Rend. They're both dead! How do they resist something when they're dead? Now I know I've killed her before. Oh wait, no, the Imperial's finally engaged. Oh, Derpy's arrived. Oh, Mammoth, get out of my way. Oh, the Mammoth got in my way again! The Mammoth keeps getting in the way. That's where I got the Ipecac from. Well, let's just mark that as her as dead again. Because she's definitely respawning, because I've killed her twice, at least for I know, and I know I killed her before. So, might as well loot this giant of its toes. Ah, had no toes. I must have already looted this. It's already taken those sweet, sweet toes. Wait a second, am I even heading towards the right marker? Yeah. Apparently just straight through Kai. Oh, first star on the right and straight on till morning. As will go the route no one ever goes through. So unlike the Riften one, you might actually discover this one by accident. I never even knew the Markov one existed. I knew this bridge did. Mainly because this is slightly clearer. Interesting. Very interesting.
My daughter Fiotli. They were after her valuables. She always wore far too much jewelry. No need to explain. It took me weeks, but I finally tracked down to kill her. Let's just say I'm a firm believer, and he fancied himself a thief in some sort of new guild forming around here. Okay, well, like I told Delvin, I think we can help each other. You recover what I'm looking for.
Okay. And technically, you can kill this guy twice.
Family heirloom. The only name I have is Naranya. Has a house right here in Windhelm. That's where you should begin.
Naranya, you say? You mean the Altmer right here? I can't even speak to her without having to go round back.
Yes, can I help you with something? Fiotli. Oh, of course, the poor girl who was murdered. Such a beauty. How dare! You're accusing.
I'm just a dodgy fence.
Now, just a moment. Let's think about this. Look, I had no choice. It's a guild of Altmer thieves. Their leader, Linway, he's the worst of the lot. He steals valuable.
No, Linway prefers stealing from the deceased.
So it's grave robber, which isn't actually a crime in Skyrim.
Stole that locket right off that poor murdered girl's body.
I used to fence for. When Linway moved into the area, he contacted. If I tell you, I'd prove to be quite an asset to the thieves. Linway is holed up in a place called Utterly. After you're done with this, come back anytime. I'll make good on my end of the bargain. In some way, when a new government takes charge, the new guards are often too busy learning their responsibilities to know. Not that I'd ever get involved in any of those kinds of things, of course.
The Stormcloaks are gone, but Talos will never be forgotten. I don't care what the Thalmor say. I don't care what the Imperials say. Now at last, the Thalmor will get their way. The worship, those true. Oblivion take the Thalmor. I'll never give up Talos.
No, the Daedra don't want them. Stop about thinking the Daedra want them. The Daedra don't want them. No one wants the Thalmor. It's the Thalmor. No one wants them.
Hey, you're the one who killed Elaine Dufont up in Ralbethar. Oh yeah, word about that man was a piece of bandit trash. That's what I hear.
I love how the guards know everything. Even things that should never have got around. Hello, YouTube administrator, who probably is definitely not a YouTube administrator, is bot. I don't know, it could be legit, it's most likely not. Eee. Eee. Eee.
The Lords don't appreciate it.
No.
So what? I don't appreciate that.
Yes. I'm a real fake admin. Yep, that about sums it up.
I know this place looks horrible. Please. Sad, isn't it? Pipe. Raiding all along the coast. From Hammerfell to Vardenfell. Only the Shattershields appear safe. How very... They run a private shipping... Wouldn't surprise me if they were... They They have a... She's meticulous to a... If it were to somehow end up in my hands...
Oh no! I actually have to do thieving! What is this nonsense? Stop looking at me. I don't want to steal from you, I just want to steal from here. I'm sure you don't mind. You stealing from your cruel overlords. Wait, it's not even locked.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
This better have something in it. I'm breaking a lot of unbreakable lockpicks here. Woo! This actually has something in it. Now I know there's a captain's guide to the fishy sticks somewhere in this town.
If you get me the logbook, how did you get it? I see. Get to Dawnstar and see what you can find out. Try to find out where their fortress is. The captain, Stig Saltplank, has to know something.
Okay, so Somerset Shadows are here. Yep, might as well. Actually, I have an idea. Oh great, ice shelf. Me stupid, me not realise ice shelf here. Funny because I use this as a dock. Because there's no dock space in bloody Rift in Windhelm at all. Where is it? Dawnstar place. I go to... Do I go there on the way or do I go there on the way back? Yeah. I'll go there on the way. I know the way. Except I don't know the way. I could ask if someone knew the way, but I don't know. Oink. Ooh, flowers. Flowers.
Hold.
Oh no, icicles. I'm almost here. You know, this is more thieving for the Thieves Guild. Except it isn't thieving, because it's straight out Dark Brotherhood territory. What's giving me combat music? Boom. feel like a wolf or something. No! A troll! I always feel bad. Here's why. I'm gonna make him roll down a hill. Didn't quite roll enough to die though. So I'll just finish it off with a bolt. Bolt to the buttocks. You guys aren't even worth stealing from. What kind of thieves are you? You aren't thieves, you're just thugs in thieves' outfits. Sneaky leaky skill. Where's my sneaky leaky skill? I can now roll my way along. They don't see me rolling. That's the beauty of the roll. Are you all genetic clones? I wonder. I wonder if it. I get the feeling they might be. They see me rolling. They don't be seeing me rolling though. That song doesn't work. Ah, yeah, that's tragic. There, take an arrow to the knee. Deserves to go out like a meme. They've got surprisingly good weapons, actually, these guys. Makes you think they aren't just thieves, they're just thugs in it. Thugs in uniform. Run them! Ow. Here's gold out of it, that speed miner, and he's flailed at it for a moment. My mace, my mace. Does whatever a my mace does. Do you swing it? Who knows? Could just be a decorative pole. To Dawn Star, which is that way. Would have made sense to do this on the way back, actually.
Hold down.
What did you? Oh well. You! Bears! Bears. Ooh, barnacles.
Hold down.
Ooh, snowberries. Oh no! Wolves. Not the wolves. I am so scared of the wolves. But a massive pool of interesting and immersive creatures. Still gets wolf. Oh, just die. Go float down a river. I think this is the pass that reaches the Dawn Star. I think. What's that? Something more interesting than wolves! Bloody fuck, that was overpowered. That was overpowered. I really need to enchant my shit, give me some magic resists. Because with mages again, that overpowered. Oh, I'll take your amulet of Arcade. Am I even remotely near Dawnstar? No. I took the wrong way. I don't know the way. Are they vampires or vigilants? Vampies. Or necromancers. Same evil. Don't you try and cure yourself. A scrolled notey. Let's read. I don't hold Azura's star anymore. It's in a museum. Husky. Wee. Not we. Boo. Wing. Boing. I recovered from Smamo Mel Ajo. I'll go report back to Nazir, do I? I might as well do it while I'm there. There's no harm in it, is there? I didn't even realise I had to report back to Nazir. Shoo. I thought it was T-posing its way along. Now, the elves don't actually T-pose, they just sort of... I use T-pose to describe any creature that's in its default shape. And basically its unanimated shape. Trolls! Lots of trolls! Oh, I miss that troll so badly. There we go. Now I'll be trolling no more.
Lots of people coming and going through that creepy black door. And noises. I'd say it sounds like construction, but that's crazy, right?
Yeah. You girls are thick. Wrong button. I mean, these guards are thick as shit.
No one special, just a miner who swings a pick. Gods, got any ale or mead?
No, but I have some wine. I don't know if the Skyrim wine's a strong or weak.
What are you looking at? Know about them? My name is Stig Saltplant. Aye, the war keeps the Empire and the locals too busy to worry about us. How? Our secret, a battle runs the Blood Horkers. Make sure. Well, I can't just tell. From the look of you, I'm guessing you're more looking to cause some trouble for the Horkers.
Okay, only because it's 666 gold. Nah.
It would be my pleasure.
It's Bar Brawl! Boom. How pathetic.
Swinging bit of skeever bait. What are you looking at? Halden will take my hide. We draw counsel at Japhet's Folly. If you'll pardon me now, my crew needs gathering. Should be in Hammerfell before the other Horkers know who let slip their secret.
Legelf is a good man, and I'm not running out on him now. Oh, got a bit of interest in your boss.
I'm there.
No.
My pa was a sailor. Took me with him on his last trip. After he got sick, he died a few days later.
You live in the inn, you're better off than most of these street kids. Probably because there are no streets. Damn it, it's actually within city limits. Actually within city limits. Who would have thought that? I always thought it would be outside the city limit. Nazir, I have done jobs.
Well, that's sure to throw a branch into Falkreath's. Here's your payment. Well earned as always. I hope the elf didn't give you too much trouble. But I digress. I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you
not for those, Pry.
Dark. Yeah. You need to find and kill Safia, the ship travels the northern coast and sometimes isn't even in Skyrim at all. So you'll have to be patient. Good luck.
Listener, it's an honor to stand before you.
The generic essential follower. There's two of them, one of each gender, and there is no purpose to them. They're just completely generic Dark Brotherhood. I don't know why they're essential. They could just respawn at that unessential, but no, for some reason they're essential tagged. Well, I have a quick shortcut back to Windhelm all planned. Oh yeah, it's Boat Boy. I was going to take a shortcut through Solstein, but okay.
get comfortable.
Oop. Row, row, row your boat for several days, because those things are fucking slow. It'll take all year. Tone deaf. Totally tone deaf. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't tone deaf. Yo. East Empire boy.
She's probably the one you ought to just in time. She's been dispatched to... You should probably speak to her.
Finally, someone around here that can get things done. Need something? Fine. Since we're short on anything else you want to say? Halden? I've heard of the man, but never guessed. This could be even more dangerous than I thought. Head to the ships. We'll plan the assault on the way. I'm waiting.
Oh, now we can depart for Japheth's folly, which will be next week. I'm getting a bit parched. I can only talk for so many hours. It's my one weakness when it comes to talking is I can only go for so long before my mouth starts getting a bit parched. I'm just clearing skies. I don't want you to know it. Speaking of which. Don't want no snow. There we go. Savey, savey. Not that one, that one. I'll find better armor at some point. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation link is in the description as per usual, as is a list of all previous live streams in the Skyrim series. Good. Bye!